Welcome to Whatever Your Hand Finds to Do. My name is Kyran Julius, and I interview people that no matter whatever struggles, challenges, or materialistic things that they face in life, they do what they love and love what they do. And hopefully, their story can help you to do the same. That being said, let's welcome our next guest.
Okay. Yes, I'm ready. You know the sentence that says, there's a book saying, feel the fear and do it anyway? Have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard
That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You fearful? Why are you fearful?
It's not fearful, but you know, I'm speaking my truth and I'm speaking in English, so I need to translate my memories, from Portuguese to English, which is a challenge. I still think in Portuguese when I speak.
Right.
Which is not good.
Why is that not good?
Because you need to think. So I'm thinking, but I need to, when I speak, I need to catch up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, having said that, who are you?
Kyran, that's a difficult question. Who am I? I am a person that tried for so long to be acceptable, lovable, useful, strong, but I realized that I don't need to be perfect, so basically perfect, right? And I realized that I need to be whole, not perfect. And being whole means the bad includes the bad and the good, includes accepting the girl I once felt unseen and lonely, and also includes the woman that I am right now, that can sit next to people in their pain, and includes joy and sadness and failing, falling and getting back up. It includes everything. And I think most of the time we avoid the bad parts of our lives, parts that bring us shame and sadness and pain. We try to lock all of those parts up because we don't want to feel them again. We don't want to feel vulnerable and weak, right? But I think right now I'm a person that I want to have it all, because this is what created this Marta that you're seeing now, right? So I believe in the power of presence. I am a person who believes in connection. I believe that we don't heal in isolation. We heal in community. We heal in connection. We heal, when we sit in front of each other and we don't need to use masks, and when we feel safe enough to be ourselves. I believe that if we are wounded in relationships, that we can be healed in relationships as well. That's who I am right now. And I'm creating this Marta right now. So ask me 5 years from now, I don't know if I'm going to give you the right, the same.
Marta's your name?
Marta Rosa. Marta Rosa, sorry. Marta Rosa sounded quite, English.
Where are you from?
I'm from Portugal. I was born in Lisbon, but moved to the Algarve, south of Portugal, when I was 7.
When did you come to London?
I came to London 6 years. 6 years ago. I love London. I was looking for a different life, so you're gonna ask me a little bit about me, and I think the next part I can tell you.
Okay.
Or do you want me to tell you right now? I think about of my story. It's if you are asking me who I am now, I need to tell you a bit of give you a little bit of context, right? About my background, about how I grew up, and so my dad is a pastor. What happened? When I was 17, I got pregnant, and I told my dad at 17 that I was pregnant. So it was really difficult. Can you imagine? My dad is a pastor, and so I told, and then this experience of me telling him and seeing my dad sobbing, and I never saw that before, and after that, I made a decision. I must never disappoint my dad. I felt a disappointment. But I don't think... Do you want me to talk about this?
You can go as deep as you want to, Marta.
Yeah. So after that, it was really difficult because I got married when I was 17. And then when I came back from my honeymoon, I realized my ex-husband was struggling with addictions. And because I made a decision previously, I must never disappoint my dad again, I decided not to tell my family. I was living in a different city. So I was pregnant at 17, and I just didn't tell them. I swallowed my pain and I lived for a couple of months in silence. Yeah. And then of course I got sick because I don't know if you heard the sentence, the feeling that cannot find its expression in tears will cause other organs to weep. So if you can't express your pain, your body is gonna make a way, it's gonna find an opportunity to express your pain. So I got ill a lot of times during my pregnancy, and then
What was it like after your parents found out?
I moved. They picked me up, and I went to live with them, with my son already, my baby, and my ex-husband went to rehab. So it was complicated. But what I want to communicate here is, it's all about the interpretations you make. So in my head, as a 17-year-old girl, my thoughts were, I'm a disappointment. I cannot disappoint my dad again. He's an amazing man. But I didn't understand that he was crying for me, because he knew that I would lose a lot. Of course he was a little bit disappointed, but the main focus wasn't that. He didn't want me to suffer alone. The problem is the stories we keep repeating and we keep telling ourselves, and the problem is the interpretations we make, and we live from those interpretations. And sometimes we make interpretations when we are 2 years old, 7 years old. So that's why we need to upgrade and update our identities, because if not, we are running an old program, So, and that it doesn't even make sense today, You get me?
And I get you. I get you. What was it like living with a husband with addictions?
It was complicated because I didn't know anything about addictions, I lived in a church my whole life. I grew up surrounded by community, by people, loved ones, and I really didn't know. And I felt alone completely, because sometimes he would disappear for 3 days and come back. And I was lonely. I felt lonely, so lonely. And I felt helpless. Especially because I didn't tell my parents, I didn't tell my family, and I was avoiding communicating with them, because I knew if my mom hears my voice, she's gonna know something is wrong with me. And because I didn't want to disappoint them again, so I made it all about them.
You said that your father was a pastor.
It still is, yeah.
So
yeah.
he was brought up around the Christianity.
Yeah.
Are you a Christian yourself?
Oh yes, I am.
Okay. And how's that journey been for you?
That's a good question, because as I told you before, I tried a big part of my life. I tried to be acceptable and useful and strong, and so I always served others. I always helped people my whole life, and there was a point carrying everyone's needs and pains, and I think I ended up forgetting about myself. So, and after the marriage, after everything, I stepped away from helping others. When I moved to the US first and then to the UK, I left because I was looking for a different life. I think I wasn't looking for a different life. I was looking to prioritize myself. That's the problem. I think I was struggling with. I didn't know how to help myself. I didn't know that I deserved as well to be looked after, to be supported, but I was always the strong one, and I didn't know how to do it differently, you know. So it was important for me when I stepped away and started looking for myself, I think, finding myself. I still am. I'm still here on a journey, and I still didn't figure out everything in my life. And I think that's why I feel compassion and empathy towards people that didn't as well, right? I think people fake it a lot, you know. People try to show something that's sometimes not even the reality.
What do you do and why do you do it?
I am a hypnotherapist, so I do therapy in hypnosis. So I don't take away the control of your life. I give you back the control of your life. That's what I do. And what I do, I am a rapid transformational therapist. I love sitting with people and listening to their stories. And when I sit with people, I feel with people and holding stories and sometimes stories that were never said out loud. But my journey didn't start 2 years ago when I started my RTT practice. It started long ago. When I was around, now I'm 37, when I was around 19 years old, I did a full year volunteering at Teen Challenge. So I lived in a rehabilitation center. So can you see that my story led me to help others, you know, with addictions? So I found a purpose, at least, you know, it was great. So I worked with them, I lived with them. We went basically every single day during the week to the streets, during the day, afternoons and some evenings as well. And so I saw people in their rawest. And that journey, I think that year shaped a lot of me. A lot of the person that I am today, and the way I see people, the experiences I had, it shaped me, definitely. It's because of that as well, right? Then I worked in church and I was counseling young people, adult, you know, families and couples. And I was sitting and listening to their stories and holding space for them and making them feel safe with me. And I even created, a lot of young people would come to my house and I would make food for them and building up. So I believe in community, as I said, and I think this is the best way. I think we are so ill right now because we are disconnected from ourselves, from others, and from the Creator, I guess. So I think, as I said before, community heals. So I would plan a lot of things, and not alone, of course, but I would help young kids to feel seen and heard and supported, and you know, and believing in themselves. Yeah.
How long has this been over the course of?
Oh my God, since 19. I was 19. Couple of years now.
You're 21 now.
Yeah, I'm 21. Just starting.
So I see you've come prepared. You've got the
verse.
The verse that I gave you. Yeah, so Ecclesiastes 9:10.
Yeah, I love it.
Could you have a read of it? You can either say it in your mother tongue or...
Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither work, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Yeah.
And how do you say that in your mother tongue?
So, o que vier à tua mão para fazer, faze-o com toda a tua força, porque para a sepultura para onde tu vais não há nem trabalho, nem sabedoria e something else that I forgot. But you know what I mean? I believe that whatever your hand finds to do is not saying do everything. It doesn't mean do everything. No. Do whatever God puts in your hand, in your hands and in your heart to do. I think you need to do what is aligned with your purpose. So, in the end, the most important thing is not if I did a lot, but if I did whether I did or not what God called me to do. So, and I think this touches a deep layer, a big trap that we are all facing in our generation, which is distraction. Because we can all be doing great things, but if we are not doing whatever God told us to do or whatever put in our hands to do, we are failing miserably. If you are doing something because your parents told you that you should be doing, the world told you should be doing something specifically, but if you're not true to yourself and if you're not doing whatever is aligned with your purpose, we are failing miserably. So if you are doing good things, and this is a big distraction, we want to do a lot. We are doing everything at the same time, but we don't really commit to whatever God, gave us to do and put in our heart to do, and whatever talents God gave us. So this is the thing. And then do it. But do it all. But do it with all your might. And for me, what he's saying is, do it with all your might. Do it, but there's a right way of doing it. Do it with all of your heart. Don't do it halfway. Do it with all of your strength, with intention. But this is another trap, because when we do this, I'm going to leave it for later, we're living as if we had unlimited time on the earth. And we don't. It's like we are saying, I'm going to leave it for one day when I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it all. When I have more money, when I am more wise, when I'm wiser, when I have perfect conditions, my family is more, aligned with God's purpose, or so we're living for the future. The problem is we don't have that much time, darling. We need to wake up, and that's why it says after, it's a wake-up call for in the realm of the dead, and it says where you are going. So wake up. You don't have that much time. You won't last forever. There's nothing. There's neither work nor planning nor knowledge. I feel a sense of urgency. Everything that you are working on today, working for today, you're not going to have it later. So use it now. All of your talents, everything that your plans, your dreams. Maybe now it's the time to believe again. Maybe now it's the time to just start over and to do it anyway. I'm doing it with fear, but I'm doing it because I believe that I can't wait to be perfect. I won't be perfect. I need to do it with all my might, with all I have inside of me. And if I do it, I'm gonna be okay. How do I say? I'm gonna be successful. This is success, I guess.
If finance was or was not an issue, would you still be doing what you are doing now?
Do you know how many sessions I gave for free? I gave away. Until now, oh my God, it's not a problem. But I'm learning something as well. I'm learning that I'm worth it, and that I should receive money for it. I should get paid. And to help more people, I need to get paid. But of course, if I see people, I always help them. And it's bad because some people, after talking to me, they say, "Oh, thank you. I had a session with you and I didn't even pay it." So this is something I do naturally. Yeah, but no, it's not a problem.
So you'd still be doing what you're doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me.
What or who is your why?
God, myself, and my kids. And because I sat in pain alone, I think no one should go through that. So yeah, that's my why.
Who or what inspires you?
People that live for something bigger than themselves. Not people that just talk. We get inspired and attracted by people that talk beautifully. But for me, I really admire people that give the bacon, not the eggs. You know what I mean? Because giving the eggs is okay, but giving the bacon, oh my God, you are sacrificing something. And yeah, you are sacrificing comfort over purpose.
What do you mean by giving the bacon and not the eggs?
Oh, you never heard the story?
No.
I don't think I'm going to be able to tell the story in English. I could try. It's just about, a chicken. They give the eggs, but the bacon needs to be killed to provide the bacon, right? And I see so many people. They talk beautifully. They perform, but I admire people that give it all. They give whatever they have. And most of them, they don't have much. They have less than the others, but they are willing to commit. They are willing to do it. They are willing to be consistent. They are willing to give themselves and to give their purpose. And I believe that we are little pieces in people's puzzles. I believe we are not the whole story, but we are little pieces and we matter. We can make a difference. And I believe that when I see myself as a drop in the ocean. And of course it is not much, right? But if my drop finds yours and hers and his, oh my God, then we start a wave. And then change happens. So yeah, use whatever you have. And God will bless you.
What would you want people to remember you for when you die?
The way I made people feel. I don't want people to say, oh, Marta was a phenomenal therapist. No, Marta was an incredible woman who made me feel seen, heard, supported, held, and safe to be myself. I felt so safe that I shared my deepest pain, my deepest traumas. I shared, I breathe. When I found Marta, I was allowed to breathe for the first time, or I was allowed to breathe, that sense of relief, I always say that I'm here to unburden people somehow. And if I'm here, if I meet people, they don't need to carry alone. They don't need to suffer in silence. So I want people to remember me as a person that made them feel safe and seen and supported. Yeah.
What's one thing that you like about yourself?
I like my empathy. I like the way I treat people. And I think I learned with my parents. I think this is something you learn at home, right? I see a lot of people around me that they see homeless people or they see people with some difficulties and they judge people. They look at them and say, what is wrong with you? And in my perspective, I never do it. I always ask within myself, what happened to you? What happened to you? So there's always pain, right? Hidden pain. There's something going on. And I always ask, what made you become like this? It's not because you want to be like that. Come on. So the way I see people, I think the way I respect people's stories, I respect people's backgrounds, and yeah, I love the way I treat people, I think, the way I am with people.
That's a good answer.
Is it?
It's a really good answer.
It's an honest answer.
Some people struggle with finding something that they like about themselves.
Oh, okay.
So it's good.
It's true.
What is one thing that you would improve about yourself?
I would fail more. I would take more risks. I would do what you're doing right now, probably. Somehow I've been trying and failing, and this year I tried and failed a couple of times, but I would do even more of that. I would take more risks.
Why more risks?
Because if you don't take risks, you don't change your life, right? You need to be willing to try different things, and especially things that are aligned with your purpose. And I think that's important. And if you don't fail, you will never know. You will never know. If you're not willing to fail and to be, to learn and to look silly, and when we are learning something, we look silly. Come on, we are not, when we're not experienced in something, we look silly. But if you're not willing to go through that process, you're never going to be great at something.
If you had, so your younger self, 15 years ago, is sitting across from you now.
Yeah.
A message to her.
I would say call your parents. They are not disappointed. They're not disappointed in you. They just tell them. They don't want you to suffer alone. They don't want you to go through that alone. So call them. You're not a disappointment. Yeah. That's what I would do. And life is going to change. Trust me.
So a message now to your future self, 15 years ago.
I would say slow down. Trust the process. I know a lot of people say that, but we struggle sometimes because I think there's a sense of urgency inside of me. And I think this world as well promotes this stress, this stressful life where we need to be always running. And I think we need to slow down and trust God's promises, God's way of doing things, that God is opening doors, so you don't need to rush. Whatever is yours, whatever is meant for you is coming your way. So walk and enjoy life. Enjoy your kids while they're still young. Well, my son is 19, but your daughter is 11, and enjoy them. And just do whatever you need to do, but trust God.
And the message to your current self.
My current self. Okay, now you are messing this up. Yeah, I would say the exact same. Slow down. This is something that, be present. It's so difficult when you have so many things to do, or when you want to win. We want to win. And I know I'm already winning, but I know there's a lot of people needing help, and there's urgency, right? And but I need to understand that I'm gonna help the right people that comes my way, and God's plans are bigger than mine, and everything is all right. So trust the process again.
You gotta start trusting the process.
Yeah, I've been learning. Trust me.
Final message to the world.
There's a lot you can do. There's a lot we can do. When I regress people back to sins, I see always a lot of pain, a lot of helplessness. And the problem is you start believing that you are helpless and hopeless. And the problem is with those interpretations you made from years ago, you live from them. So I want to tell you this. You can do a lot. There's a lot you can do. Don't wait for the perfect conditions, to study, or don't wait for the perfect body or the perfect family. Don't wait for perfection. There's a lot you can do. You can change your life. It doesn't matter what people told you should be, or what people expected you to be. Just do it, because when we are where we are going, in the realm of the dead, where you are going, people's expectations, no one will care about that. So do it. Just do it. And I want to say this, I always finish my videos saying the same. There is still time for you. time to start over, time to try new things, time to do whatever you need to do, whatever makes your heart sing. Find your purpose. And your purpose is a combination of 4 things. I want you to understand this. What you love doing, what you are good at, because sometimes you are really good at something, but you don't love what you do. So you need to love what you do, and you need to be good at it. And then you need to serve people with what you do. And the last one, you need to get paid for it. This is your purpose, your ikigai, your reason for being. And it's so easy to find this because your purpose leaves clues. The first question you need to ask yourself is, what brings you alive? What makes you alive? What brings you joy when you do it? Second is, when people come to you for help, what is it for? Try to ask yourself. And then, what is it that makes you feel pain when you see? That you see, I wish I could change this. Something that causes you pain. I know that when I sit with people, when I see people, lonely people struggling and thinking that there's no way out of this situation, I feel pain. I really want to change that. There's something God put in your heart to solve the problem of others. So what is it that God put in your heart? And you can find it easily. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share with you.
Thank you very much, Marta.
Thank you for your time.
Give us a little fun pose just to finish it off. A little fun pose.
Like this? Fun.
Hey, that's
Fun.
very fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for watching this episode. Just a friendly reminder that myself and my team at WYHFTD are a Christian-led family. The guests that feature on this podcast may hold beliefs and life choices that don't always reflect our own. Please be kind, mindful and cautious when watching and leaving comments. To find out more about Marta and how you can support us, please look at the description below in the podcast. It's somewhere in there, whether you're watching on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. If we're on Apple Music, I don't know. Oh, if you like this episode, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified when we upload new episodes, and comment below who you would like to see me interview next. See you at the next episode. Peace and blessings.